ladies and gentlemen. Don't look blue. What are you talking about? Don't look so dead. Let's switch it up a bit. What do you mean? We're not dead. We're looking alive.
We're not dead.
Come on.
Let's talk about the Sabres right now.
Currently empty net. Now, it is still football season, and J-Vi, of course, whenever his team is losing, he never shows his face. We saw this last week.
This is true.
Bills.
This is true.
Bills lost. He was nowhere to be seen. Sabres losing right now. Rangers just scored an empty net goal, 3-1. And
that's it. And it's gone.
That should be curtains. And, of course, he doesn't show up. So he's supposed to be here. But Tex is here. I am here, AK. We are your co-hosts. This is episode 191. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning into the podcast, listening with your ears, we film in front of a live virtual audience. So if you hear us yelling at people in the comments that are chiming in during the chat, that's just part of it. And episode 191, December 11th, 2024. It is National Noodle Ring Day.
Ooh, I know what that is.
You could go, turns out it's where you make a noodle ring, literally, like SpaghettiOs baked around in a circular bundt cake shaped thing.
All right.
But instant ramen noodles were the first noodles that were ever consumed in space. Is anybody surprised by that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. That's it's like saying that Neapolitan ice cream is the first flavor eaten. Because everybody's had freeze-dried ice cream. And what flavor is it always? Neapolitan. Astronaut ice cream.
Is that what they make it? Did they make it Neapolitan just because it was freeze-dried, or did they do it just because it looked cool?
I think it's because it looked cool.
Oh, okay.
But they had to have been the first flavor eaten in space.
I was sitting there thinking, like, there's no way that was, I don't know, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. I don't know, all together. No. Okay, B. McCormick's here too, so we got Blue and B. McCormick. Let's go. Okay, so, dude, we got lots of football. We have to be careful because football is delicate right now. We're at the end. We still have a lot to talk about, though. We're going to get to that later in the show.
Yep. We're entering into football watching desperation mode.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like, okay, this game's on. It's not great, but I'm still going to have to watch it. It's kind of like what I was doing the other night with the Cowboys game. I was sitting there cutting up my deer, and I was watching that game, and I was like, this is okay. Kind of getting back into it, and then they muffed. I don't know what if you would call it, muffed. I don't know what they did. What you call that? That guy tried to Leon let the ball. He was trying to scoop it up and score. So I don't know what he was trying to do, but I was now I'm just watching in sadness again because I was kind of getting I was getting hopeful, but they needed to win out. The Cowboys had to win out. There's still a chance, but they need help. They need the Eagles to lose a bunch and the Commanders to lose a bunch, and then they got to beat the Eagles to close it out.
Sabres just scored. Not dead yet.
Oh, here we go. Not dead yet. Not dead yet.
Okay, 4 teams have clinched. Speaking of that. Yes, the Cowboys have less than a 1% chance.
Well, it was already 1%.
So now it's just less than 1. So they really didn't lose much.
Yeah.
So they didn't move.
I mean, if you're saying, it depends on how you're measuring it. Like if it goes from
I'm looking at the playoff predictor.
Yeah, from one to like 0.6%, that's 40% drop and 40 percentage points. So that's like percentage wise, scale wise, it's a lot.
But
it's like that's less of a drop than going from 20 to 80.
That's true. But the only teams that have been eliminated are the Browns, the Jaguars, the Jets, the Titans, and the Patriots. Wow, there's a lot of AFC teams eliminated. And there's only 4 teams on the bubble. I did not realize this. Whoa. So the Bengals and the Colts are playing for their lives. So are the Bengals, or the Bengals, Colts, and Dolphins. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay. So there you go. Cowboys not eliminated. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But okay, it's 2 weeks until Christmas. So we're in the Christmas phase I don't know.
You know, we're on the bubble of 12 Days of Christmas.
Mm. Mm-hmm. We got to come up with something to do for that 12 Days of Christmas.
Well, I think it actually might be after. It starts after Christmas. Is it after Christmas that it starts?
I don't know. But
we're gonna do it before.
Phases of Christmas. First, it's, hey, let's get all of our stuff out. We're gonna get decorated. We're getting the tree up. All the lights are up. Now we're in the baking phase, where we got
me too.
peanut butter balls. I made cookies the other night, so we're in the process of decorating said cookies. Not done yet.
Made cookies,
but homemade sugar cookies. Shout out Miss CEO Stats. So, Blue already has a lock of the century. South Alabama minus 7.5. You're not going to like my pick later.
All right, Blue. Okay, Blue.
And you're not going to like my pick later.
I'll add that one to my card.
But I do support it because they're playing in the Armed Forces Bowl, and that basically means their acronym is USA. So, you know what I mean? Hard to pick against an acronym of USA when you're playing in the Armed Forces Bowl. But it's now the Christmas phase of decoration, and then you get into the wrapping phase. So I think that's the way the arc goes. But that's
Blue.
Just me.
The line is now -8. Should I still take that?
So people were betting it up. They're betting more on USA. People don't believe in the Broncos.
I don't know about that. Now I'm worried about that.
That's a shame. Okay. First, before we get into everything, we got Thursday night football. Headlines and predictions. We've got hot takes for the weekend, week 15. Week 6. Is it week 15? Week 15. We got those for NFL, college football. We've also got the Goat Rack Bargain Bin DFS Bets segment where the cards are. We're currently winning, so we're positive for the year. Then we got more college football playoff / bowls / FCS playoffs. You didn't know I was going to throw that in there. / the greatest game in history of games, which is the Army-Navy game.
Yes.
Tex, I don't know how glued, but before we get to the headlines and such, okay. He said it's moving. He said maybe 9.5 to be safe. So Blues said
so make it bigger.
He's confident in USA. You take a man that bets USA.
I took it at 8. I went ahead and took it at 8. I'm a man of my word. I took it at 8.
Okay. Fantastic.
Let's see here. Where do they play the game at for Army-Navy?
I don't know. What?
Where is it? In Indianapolis?
Hold on. USA. It's the Salute to Veterans Bowl.
No. Army-Navy.
Oh, no, they're playing in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. They're playing at the Commander Stadium, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, it's not going to be snowing.
Somebody confirm.
It's not. I just looked.
Somebody
confirm. 40 degrees, though. It'll be nice and cold.
Yeah, be football weather, right?
Yeah, nice football. It'll be a nice football weather game. I was going to hope for a little bit of snow. But, hey. Is the Armed Forces Bowl being played at Annapolis?
No, that one's being played in Washington, D.C. Wait, no. That one, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure where that one is.
All right. I'll look it up.
It says Veterans Bowl. Salute to Veterans Bowl. So there's 3 college football games on Saturday. So that's nice. We thought it was like, we're not going to, you're not going to have 73 games, but it's okay. But anyways, okay. Wait, what's going under? The Army game's going under? I don't know about that, Blue. I have to check my card.
Blue, I agree with you.
Nope.
Or did I bet the over? Did I take the over?
I can't remember.
Me either.
But anyways, hold on. Week 15. That's what we're doing. Is it week 15? I don't know. Okay. All right. Tex, I don't know if you've got your eyes. Oh, J-Bye, of course he is. Now the game's over. I couldn't talk that trash to him. I don't know if you've had eyes on the internet of recent times, but there's J-Bye finally shows up after his team loses. Doesn't show up after the Bills lose. Doesn't show up after the Sabres lose.
Conveniently, he's wearing not a Sabres hat on a Sabres game night.
Not
a true fan. Did you even know they were playing?
I did know they were playing.
What was
the
the score? What was
the
score?
3-2. 3-2.
Mm-hmm. You were waiting. That's why you didn't say anything. You coward.
I showed up, just as late as the Bills team did the other day.
Yes, this is true.
Can
everybody except for Josh Allen. Everybody except for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Bills on the road shambles meter. Facts.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody except for Josh Allen. Everybody except for Josh Allen. We established that. Everybody except for Josh Allen.
MVP.
I went through an entire
best running back, best quarterback in the league. Period.
They've only got one win on the road against a winning record team.
They've probably only played one team on the road with a winning record.
No. Nope. Baltimore.
Okay.
Seattle.
Beat them. So
LA.
LA didn't have a winning record. LA was
now.
No, they're 6-6 now.
Houston.
1-2.
And there's one more. I can't remember what the other one is.
What was the score of the Niners-Bills game?
I don't remember. 35, 37. What was it? 35.
Not a 2-point game.
35-10 or something.
Yeah.
I was trying. Hey, no. Come on, dude. Come on. How'd you feel about that game? You don't get to escape. I've had to sit up here for a month straight and talk about Niners losses. I want to hear the Bills loss. Come on.
To be completely honest with you, and I'm not trying to do this to be a politician or anything, but I really don't know much about the game. I didn't get to watch that much of the game. I was like here and there. It was my only day home that I've had in the past week. And we went to a Christmas parade too, so I was late to even start watching the game. And then, the kids just wanted to dad, show me everything and play with me. So it was like I was trying to do that. But I do know is, you got to win all three phases of the game. And, if it's not for the block punt touchdown, we win by 4. So, special teams killed us on the last play of the game. We only had 9 guys on the field when we were going for a punt block. We sent 9 guys out there to block a punt. And one of them was the returner who, he followed the rule. Don't go past the 10 to catch a ball, even if there's 5 seconds left and you got to score a touchdown. So,
hey, that's being coachable.
Yeah, he let the ball bounce and the time ran out. But, it is what it is. And credit to the Rams because I've never seen a team catch as many contested balls as they caught. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, referees miss calls. It's a cop out. The Rams literally caught everything. Some of the catches that Nakua caught, unbelievable.
Dude, that one on the
sideline, toe drag, incredible. Cooper Kupp's touchdown that he caught where he trapped it on his knees, great catch. They made the good plays. We didn't. We couldn't get off the field on third down. They were like 13 of 15 on third down.
That's the worst. That is the
and
absolute worst.
I've been preaching that for years. We can't ever get off the field on third down until we're up by 14, and it's Von Miller and AJ Espinosa get to put their ears back and rush the quarterback because it's third.
Don't you get mad watching Matt Stafford play?
I'm not a Matt Stafford hater like you are.
I get mad watching him play. Sorry. It's just Chris Collinsworth. Put him on the mechanical bull that looks like a.
To me, Matt Stafford's Brett Favre. That like they're gonna go out there and make
not a good comp, dude.
But they're gonna go out there and they both won one Super Bowl. They're gonna go out there and make some incredible plays and like, holy cow! Like if I got that every week, he'd be MVP. But then he's gonna go out there and you'll be like, put the backup in. Give us golf back. Why do we?
When he has all of his guys, he's really good. I said that earlier, but early in the year they were dead until they got healthy. And now they're healthy. Now all of a sudden they're really good. Imagine that. Everybody has their players. They're really good.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. Anyways,
don't give us golf back. How about that? Don't give us golf. Let me hold on to football.
Yeah, we were talking like, what phase of Christmas are you in? I'm in the baking and cooking like snacks phase.
I'm in the just trying to be home phase. I took the red eye last night. I'm here. I leave tomorrow. Like, trying to be home for more than a day, so I can go to some events.
Dude, don't hit me with that, Blue. Get out of here. That makes me. He has to get injured before he can start playing. That's what he.
No,
he loves.
He plays hurt. He never gets injured. He never gets to the injured state. He plays hurt.
We know exactly what you're talking about, Blue. You don't have to tell us as Stafford. There's only one guy who gets hurt on purpose.
Every play. Or every game.
I don't know why I dislike him so much. I don't get it. Again, I always say this. I like him as a dude. I think he's a funny, cool dude. We have it on good authority. He's good friends with one of our guys. So in that regard, I'd probably hang out with him. But at the same time, I'd probably at some point be like, dude, I just can't stand watching you play football. And he'd probably kick us out. But anyways.
Nah, he'd probably say, I don't care.
Probably, yes. But anyways, okay. So that's the phase. We talked about what we're going to go over. But first, before we get into any of that, I didn't have this on the headlines, but holy cow, dude. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Ohio State is losing it.
Yeah,
they're losing it.
I didn't know if it was how dare you or hang the banner today. I did write that as one of how dare yous in case I needed extra.
We were going to lead. I didn't tell you we were going to lead the show with this text. Have you not seen this?
Federal offense, felony. It's a felony if you plant a flag in Ohio Stadium.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so stupid.
The OHIO Sportsmanship Act Tuesday. The act would make it a felony offense to plant a flag in the center of Ohio Stadium.
You know what would be hilarious?
What in the world?
If in 2 years,
keep politics out of sports.
No, you know what would be hilarious is if in 2 years, when Ohio State and Michigan play again, Ohio State finally beats them, and they plant the flag saying this is our turf, and then they have to arrest.
That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen.
And charge them with a felony.
If I was Michigan, I'd find something else. I'd get like a. What else can you do tomorrow? I'd get not a flag, but maybe get like a toy house to like put on there and be like, we build a house here. This is our land now.
Do like the Seminole.
Oh, like a spear?
Yeah.
Or just get a badger and release it right on the middle of the field and be like, watch this. This is our turf now. Just try to catch this. Or Wolverine. I'm sorry, not a badger. Wolverine.
Yeah, what are they, Wisconsin?
Oh, wait a minute. So you just couldn't plant it in the middle of the field. So you could still put it somewhere else.
No, it says in the stadium, right?
I know it says in the center of the field.
Oh. Yeah,
so
put it in the end zone.
Don't legislate the passion out of the game.
Don't plant the flag. Get like one of those soccer flags that has like a weight in the middle of it, on the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Like they put on the corner kicks. Like you don't plant it. You just kind of carry it out there gingerly and gently and set it in the middle of the field. So you're not planting it.
No. Okay. Bring one of your practice dummies out there that wears like the fake Michigan jersey and put the practice dummy that you tackle in the middle of the field.
Who puts their own team's jersey on the practice dummy?
Get a get a Tesla Cybertruck and have it waiting outside the stadium, and when you win, you drive it on the field. No, here's what you do. Stone Cold Steve Austin, beer truck, drive it out to the middle of the stadium and just start spraying beer all over everybody like he did to Vince McMahon into the center of the ring. It's got to be a way around it. Or just get a banner. Just get a banner or a big blanket to put on the center of the field. How about that? But this is
a quilt made out of team T-shirts.
Quilt made out of flags. Yeah. Or a sailboat. Get a sailboat with a big. Just get a big sailboat and put it there, and it's that way it blows in the wind.
Do one of those little yard flags that has 2 sticks that you put the little banner on.
It just hangs
Hang a banner.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hang a banner. There's plenty of ways to do that. Get a shaboomy. Get a shaboomy with the Michigan flag.
Hey, we know a guy.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh.
We just solved Michigan's problem.
Yeah. Shout out Michigan. If you want to use any of those ideas, let us know. We'll get working on it. We'll just put our Millie Goats logo on the corner of one of those banners, not flags. That's exactly what they should do. If they said you can't plant a flag, there's no way they're going to put all those stupid ideas that we just came up with. You can work around it. So, anyways, that's it. That's number one. Okay. Let's get to the headlines. Let's do the headlines. Are you worried about the Bills and the 1 seed?
No. I mean, what do you mean? To me,
Are you pretty much giving up on the 1 seed? Have you lost?
I'm not giving up on the 1 seed. I mean, I think there's going to be life. I think the Chiefs will lose a game soon. I think there's life for the 1 seed, but I'm more concerned about getting the 2 seed than I am the 1 seed.
Oh, from the Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh, the Steelers? No,
The Steelers are playing well. We could possibly still lose another game. So, I'd rather keep the 2 seed than, I get having the bye, but I think right now, if the playoffs started today, the 2 seed is the easier way.
Well, look, they've already won the division, so at least they're in the playoffs.
I know.
All right, headlines: Week 15, NFL, college football. Week 16. Number 1, right out of the gate, boys. Joe Burrow for MVP, and the Cowboys are hilarious. Look, man, Joe Burrow. So the Bengals win 27-20. It was the Simpson game. I did not watch that at all. Don't care about that. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand the point of that. The whole thing is weird. Burrow had his 4th game in a row with 300+ yards and 3 touchdowns. 112 rating. And there was a horrible missed face mask at the end. Jamar Chase went bananas, of course, cost me the 1 seed in my fantasy football playoffs in the bye, so that was annoying. McCarthy shoved a camera guy afterward. There's video proof of that, Tex. And Micah Parsons left the field early.
Was that, I'm not a big, is this the best all-time guy? But was that the best of recent memory, funniest way to lose a football game?
Dude, you couldn't believe it, man.
I can't think of a funnier way recently.
I was watching it going, what's that guy doing?
It's like the only way you could possibly lose and screw that game up was the exact way that they did it.
Yeah.
Like they were about to get the game.
All right. Exactly. I was thinking they're about to like do this, make a couple of plays, run the ball a few times.
You just got to get it across the 50. You're in range.
Yeah.
You got a good kicker. Could have thrown it to Ferguson for 6 more yards. Let your boy cash his parlay, but that's
I don't know
here or there.
Here's a good poll: what's worse, the Cowboys' way that they lost, or the Bears whenever they just let the clock run out? Those are the two. That's a good poll right there.
To me, though, like the Bears was just infuriating. Like
that was
to everybody involved. Like
anybody who's watching that game, they're like, "What are they doing? What are they doing?" I don't even care about the Bears.
Everybody watching that game went full coach mode. Call time. Whereas, like with the Cowboys, you couldn't do anything but laugh.
I'm watching it right now again. Okay, it gets blocked. It goes across and hits on the 35, and then the guy tries to pick it up on the 40.
I think he thought it was a live ball or something. I don't know.
I feel bad for that guy
blocked
because
and went across the line of scrimmage. So then it became, it wasn't blocked and then stayed behind the line of scrimmage. So
it was a punt. At that point, it was a punt.
And so now look, he had just been signed to the team that day from the practice squad.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy.
So he's probably, I don't know if he has a job
back on the practice squad.
Yeah. Now on the flip side, if he gets it and runs it in, he's a hero. They win the game. Right. But he just happened to do the funniest thing possible, which is completely whiff on catching the ball, and then it. So.
But, that's on Tolbert though. Tolbert's your returner, right? Something like that happens. Peter, and you scatter.
No, dude. There's no way. Where is Tolbert's way back there? No, it's Turpin.
Turpin?
Turpin's like 30 yards back there. There's no way he's going to know that.
He's
That
still
guy
gotta
was
be
like
shot.
looking at that guy. I'm watching it right now. That guy was like looking at the ball, like fielding it like a shortstop. He was ready. He was ready to go. He thought he was about to be a highlight, and he was. He was being a highlight.
Yeah, turning point.
So, and I think, anyways, the Cowboys, Cooper Rush did not hit his over for the passing. Rico Dowdle looked pretty good, but they're just a sad team. And the Bengals stay alive. We were just looking at the playoff rankings, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals still alive. Bengals, Dolphins, Colts, all fighting. Everybody else eliminated. Browns, Jags, Jets, Titans, Patriots, Raiders. AFC is shaping up. NFC still wide open, basically. Only team eliminated in the NFC is Giants. But
The Cowboys aren't eliminated.
Facts.
Cowboys are underdogs against the Panthers.
Hilarious.
Which
That's
is
the first time the Panthers have been a favorite in like 30 games. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
What's the boys' record when Tex goes to the game?
Last time we went to the Panthers game, the Panthers beat them.
Oh,
so,
no.
0-1 right now.
Oh, no.
We will take the number one pick. So, yeah, that was – anything else on that game? That was – the only other thing was Micah Parsons is – he's gone into content-making mode.
Yes.
You know, he left the field. Everything on the sidelines over-animated. Like, he is fully – like, you cross a certain line whenever you're, like, an NFL player and you also have, like, a show. So you start manufacturing information for your show while you're playing the game, like leaving the field early. And
yeah, because you want everybody to tune in to see what you're going to say.
Yeah, be like,
he's gone Pat Bev. He's gone Pat Bev.
Uh-huh. Why'd you leave? Tune into my show to find out. Like, he's turned this whole thing.
It's a tease. It's what's called a tease.
Yeah, they just need to get rid of him, honestly. The Cowboys should get rid of him. Tex, should the Cowboys get rid of Micah Parsons?
No.
Why?
Because he's a force on the field. Now with Overshown gone, he's gonna be harder.
Oh, that sucked.
Harder to see. Yeah, Overshown was the complement to the other side that you need for him. Because if you have just him out there, he's not a big factor. If you got him and another guy on the other side, like Overshown, running around doing the same kind of stuff, then that works. But he needs somebody. He needs somebody on the other side, or otherwise they just all focus on him.
Here's what they need. They need somebody else to have another podcast opposite of him. To challenge him.
Everybody needs their own podcast.
Yeah.
Diggs.
There you go. We need somebody else to get a podcast on the Cowboys so that Micah still is motivated to actually play football in case podcasting doesn't work out.
Stars down.
Turn it upside down.
Like horns down, dude. It's stars down.
Yeah. Stars upside down. It's like people flying an American flag upside down.
Next thing you know, Texas is going to make it a felony to post that meme.
That's
Better
right.
do it now.
No horns down, for sure.
You know what? We're making it a felony to plant any flag on our field. How about that? Ohio State. How about that? Okay. This one's weird, this next one. Cowboys aren't dead, though, right? Tex, Cowboys dead?
No, they're not dead. They're not dead. There's a chance. You can still make
the hunt. Still in the hunt.
Look, for both of you, I'll say this for both of you. Last year, I was in a similar spot as both of your teams. The Bills had 1% chance to make the playoffs at 6-6, and they got hot. They got hot at the right time. Not only did they make the playoffs, they won their division and got the 2 seed. So they're still, hey, have faith, boys.
Oh, I'm not dead. You'll see on my slide.
Have faith.
You'll see on the slide. Okay. Obviously, one of the biggest news in sports. Bill Belichick. I saw that he just signed a 5-year deal
for
$30 million. It was going to be a 3-year, but I think the last I saw was 5 years for $30 million. Don't
guarantee.
Also, Joe, hold on before we do this. You don't think Joe Burrow's up for the MVP?
No.
I agree with that.
Because
Agree with
his
what?
team has a losing record.
Wait a minute. But he is the most bad. They would have an even more losing record if Joe Burrow wasn't their quarterback.
They would have a more losing record if they didn't have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
This is true.
I think they need each other.
So are you saying is Joey B even on the even the MVP on his own team?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Isn't the other guy lead? Don't they have the sack leader too?
But yeah, they have the sack leader, but Jamar Chase was putting up these numbers last year when Joe Burrow didn't play.
So you're saying Jamar Chase is the MVP, not Joe Burrow,
Of the
not even on his own
offense,
team.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's a bitter Bills fan right there. AFC.
Henderson's putting up a year though. Didn't he say he wanted to be traded at the beginning of the year?
Well, I guess he's making a lot of money if he wins the
He
sack
requested
title.
a trade, and they were like, no, and now he's leading the league in sacks.
Hey, he's going to get paid.
Bengals don't pay people, though.
I know. I mean, he's not going to get paid by them.
Yeah.
So, okay. Bill Belichick to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Supposedly the whole thing was he walked into their meeting and handed them a 400-page document with structure, payment plans, staffing choices, and much more. And then also the stipulation that eventually his son would take over to be the coach. And apparently it's a 5-year, $30 million whatever. He's 72 years old.
He's older than Saban, who just retired.
And he's so close to getting the NFL coaching record for all-time wins. He has like 14 to go. So this is all here's my hot take. I think he's trying to get his girlfriend into grad school. She's like 25.
I think that he realizes that he's not going to have full control of another NFL team like he did with the Patriots, where he was the coach and the GM. Nobody's going to give that up. So one place you can do that is college.
Facts.
Also, hot take, is North Carolina the school where coaches go to retire?
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown, now Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. It's like Tennessee Titans would get receivers at the end of their career. So is the Tar Heels the Tennessee Titans for wide receivers as to Tar Heels is to head coaches? Dean Smith retired there too, didn't he? Didn't Roy Williams?
Yeah, Dean Smith, Roy Williams, Mac Brown.
Wow. Name somewhere else right there.
Eric Church. He started at App. He went to North Carolina to retire.
Jerk.
And
that new song he released was ridiculous. Hey, B. McCormick says he's going to come down there, and Coach Bill's going to come down there and hang with him. Is B. McCormick an NC, North Carolina guy? But yeah, so this, I don't know, dude. I feel like it's weird he's going to hand it off to his son. I feel like that's just a terrible.
That's not going to happen. They'll find a way out. There's a way out of that part of the deal. Has to be.
I think you're, because he's the defensive coordinator at Washington, the Huskies.
Aren't they terrible this year?
I think, okay, here's a question for you. Yes, they were not good. Here's a question for you. Which school would you rather go to? UNC with Coach Belichick, Colorado with Coach Prime. Now, Coach Prime apparently doesn't do house visits. Will Bill Belichick do house visits? Probably not. They're going to set this thing up like a mini NFL. I guarantee it.
Yeah. I mean, Stanford just hired Andrew Luck as a GM.
Why?
They're just out of there. Right now, teams are just trying to see what sticks. I think it depends on how serious I was about, making it to the NFL. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Deion's doing, what he can to prepare guys for the NFL. I did not mean that as Deion's not doing that. But Deion hasn't coached in the NFL. So, I don't think he knows schemes similar to what Belichick would know. So I think if I was more serious about making it to the NFL and learning how a team works in the NFL, I would go to Belichick. If I was looking to learn from one of the best ever to play a position and have a good time because I think the vibes are probably high, then I would go to Deion's team.
Deion's going to be a hype man to get you.
Yeah.
Coach Brown's going to be a hype man to get you. Like once they got eliminated from the Big 12 and the conference champ, their whole goal then was to get Travis Hunter or Shador the Heisman.
Yeah.
So like for college stuff, Coach Prime's gonna be the one.
That's what I'm saying. If you still want like a college experience, I think Deion's gonna let you allow that. Then Belichick.
Tex, as a coach, what do you think?
I think that the advantage that Bill Belichick has is the coaching tree. All the connections that he has with everybody. I mean, he's got Nick Saban as a friend, Kirk Ferentz as a friend. I'm just saying, you're not coaching right now.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
Brian,
I agree.
I'm just going through it. He's got all these people who are still in the game. He's got all these connections.
No, I agree.
Who would you play for? You were DB though.
I'd probably play for Prime.
I knew you. There's your inner DB. Yeah. I knew it.
He wants the vibes. Tex wants the vibes. I knew Tex in college.
Yeah.
Hey, your boy, BH. Hey, B. McCormick knows we're Boone. There you go, dude. That was our stomping grounds.
BH, man. I wish I knew where that guy was.
Okay. And then we made this. Billy Madison Belichick. You like that meme? I just put his face over Adam Sandler's face. Oh, that's so bad. Anyways. Okay, and then the last one. Phil, you see what we did there? Fill in the blank. The Eagles, I don't know what their deal is, man. They just love to just burn themselves from within. Apparently, Brandon Graham said that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts were friends before this, and now things have changed.
Yeah.
And it's not the same. And they're fighting so hard that it got Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens fighting with each other now. So now they got beef going across multiple decades on the whole Philadelphia Eagles franchise.
I mean, Jalen Hurts went to A.J. Brown's draft party. Like, we were filming A.J. Brown for his draft party, and Jalen Hurts showed up. We're like, what? Like, what is he doing here?
He's the godfather, isn't he?
He went to Alabama at the time, and A.J. Brown went to Ole Miss. But I think, too, like, with them being such good friends and never having played for the same team, Jalen Hurts could say, these receivers just aren't doing the right thing, or these receivers aren't catching the ball. Like, he could make an excuse as it was the receivers if he had a bad game or bad pass. And A.J. Brown joined the team is like, wait a second. It's not necessarily the receiver's fault. I mean, you can tell after some of the passes he throws him, if it goes over his head, he just like puts his head down. And it's like, oh my God, this guy's terrible.
Well, he said like the one word he said after they were like, what's going on with the passing game? And he goes, the passing. And now he's trying to walk it back.
He's a true receiver, though.
They're all doing. Debo's doing it now. That's all they do. They all don't get the ball and they start thinking they're being subliminal. Like it's that old tweet where it's like quarterbacks are like, quarterback says, after the reporter asks him, how are the vibes after the game? Oh, I just out here for my guys, love being around my team. Running backs say, tweet out, great win, thankful for the offensive line. And then the wide receiver tweets out like,
Hogs.
Yeah. And then the wide receiver's like, the dark is always darkest before the dawn. And that's when the knives come out. And it's like, what? Everybody else is like, great team win, and you're like cryptic tweeting over here. What are you doing? So, classic wide receiver. It's hilarious, dude. They're 11-2. They're beating everybody. they just self-implode. They can't help themselves.
Hey, shout out our RV Brown. You good teams crumble from within.
That's right. Biggest arms ever. And yeah, it's just funny. They do average like 180 passing yards a game, which is just above the Patriots for second to last. So, anyways. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Anything else on the
Next.
news other than that? That's awesome.
No.
For your viewing pleasure. That's so dumb. It makes sense though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's going back to school, help out his girlfriend. So weird. Okay.
Memes have
All
been
right.
great.
Football. Yay.
Football. Yay.
All right. First thing we do, boys. It's a Thursday night game. Tomorrow night, the Niners are back in prime time, ladies and gentlemen. They're taking on the Rams, who I can't stand. And let's just say that the Rams got away. The Bills couldn't do what they were supposed to do. But we were told that Josh Allen's the MVP. The Bills are a wagon. They're unstoppable, this and that. Best team ever. Who can take down the Bills, and they go out, lay an egg, and get beat by the Rams. Thanks a lot. Thanks for nothing, Buffalo Bills. And maybe learn how to win on the road against winning teams. So the Rams are 7-6, Niners 6-7. The Niners had won 8 in a row going back all the way to 2019. And since they basically gave up last year and didn't play any of their players, the Rams beat them, and now they're on a 2-game winning streak because they beat them earlier this year. And these two head coaches basically run the NFL because the coaching tree is littered. But they do. Their coach, look, McDaniel, they do. Their whole tree is littered everywhere. McDaniel, D'Amico Ryans, Robert Salah.
Who got fired?
Callahan. Like, come on.
Who got fired? You named 2 guys that just got fired mid-season.
I don't know. I don't know all off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure most of the coaches now come from these 2 guys.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants the quick,
young, fit, young-looking dude.
And they're not ready.
No. I hope the Bears hire what's his name, Johnson. That'd be hilarious. And then they'll blame Johnson, and Caleb Williams will suck for another 3 years.
I don't think Johnson will go there. I don't think it's a good situation there.
I wouldn't blame him. I mean,
if he didn't go to Washington last year, I don't think he's going to go to the Bears this year. But I could be wrong.
Well, who knows? On offense, this was wild, dude. Like, I'm sitting here as a Niners fan. I'm like, how do we keep losing all these games? Because we're 7th in passing yards, 11th in points per game, 4th in total yards per game, 7th in rushing per game, and we're on our 5th running back. That's offense. And on defense, we're 3rd in total yards against, 3rd pass yards against, 10th in INTs, 12th rushing yards against.
You know exactly why they are how they are. It has nothing to do with the injuries. It has everything to do with they kick field goals.
Yeah, red zone.
And they don't always make the field goals. I mean, haven't been, your kicker's struggled since last year. I know he's young and, whatever, but they're not scoring in the red zone.
It's exactly what's happening.
And it becomes a dogfight, and the other team, gets a touchdown, which in the NFL happens. The other teams score points, and you're looking at 14-9 instead of 21-14.
Yep. But it is. You're right. That's why it's so frustrating. It's like you look, all their statistics team-wise, they're still really good somehow. But they don't, maybe, do they not have that dog? Do they finally get the dog back in them this past week?
You're playing guys that don't know how to win close games because they're young, too, because you have so many injuries.
On the defensive side, especially,
it's hard to win in the NFL.
You know who I think the biggest one. Dre Greenlaw's back this week, by the way. Hufanga came back last week. That dude's a dog. That dude he's a player. They didn't have him in the Super Bowl either. That kind of sucked. But anyways, the Rams on offense, they're 9th in the pass, 25th rushing, points per game 16th, total yards 15th. Defense, they're 24th points against, total yards they're 27th, passing yards 24th, rushing yards 28th, sacks 22nd. Like, I'm looking at this, and everybody here after they beat the Bills is telling me that this is like, hey, watch out for the Rams. And I'm looking at all their stats, and I was looking at this last night. I'm like, these guys suck. They stink.
That's what I'm telling you. It's like I'm not going to take anything away from the Rams, but like they played the perfect game against the Bills.
Yeah.
You know, does week in and week out does Stafford make the perfect pass and the perfect placement of the ball, and Nakua makes the perfect catch with his fingertips and drags his feet? That doesn't happen every week. I mean, they're good players. I'm not saying they're not, but you know, that ball bounces off his fingertips sometimes. You know, it sails over his head just a little bit sometimes, and you know, it didn't against the Bills. The chips fell on their side of the table.
It's annoying too. I don't know what about the Rams. I don't know. I just hate every team in the division, I guess.
Because you're last.
Yeah.
You're in last place. That's right.
I've always
I'm looking up.
Oh, Boo says that was magic. That throw. It was, dude. That was a sick. That whole thing was just ridiculous. He said Hawk Tua concussed him. That was good for me. That was good. Oh man. Okay. So the Rams, 2.5-point dogs on the road, plus 114 on the money line. It was over under 49. That was 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday. I don't remember. But divisional game. It's another great Thursday night football game. I mean, last week we had Packers Lions. That game was awesome.
Yep.
So now we get another dandy, and here we go, boys.
I think they've gotten it right this year going to divisional games for the Thursday night, because you got teams that are familiar with each other, so it's not, you know, crapshoot trying to learn a whole new.
And even if the games suck, even if it's Browns Steelers, that's a divisional game. You know the intensity.
That game was awesome. That was one of the best games.
One of the best. We got Jameis, and he was out there preaching sermons to us.
Yeah.
So, okay. Who wants to go first on the Thursday night football hot takes? As if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see, but we do have a graphic.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I think the loser of this game misses the playoffs. With as tight as that division is right now, the division games are super important because for tiebreaker purposes, I think hypothetically, if the Niners lose this game, they're a full game back of the Rams, just because they'll have 2 losses to the Rams in the division. So if they finish with the same record, the Rams would get the go-ahead. So that's why I think loser of this game misses the playoffs.
I can't disagree with you because it feeds right into mine. The 49ers are now in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Because you got the home game.
Right, exactly. Running off, that's foreshadowing. Running off the field last week, Yetur Gross-Matos, one of the defensive linemen for the 49ers, said that's round 1. And so I will count that towards Purdy's playoff record. Purdy's playoff record, count that as a win. From here on moving forward, we count these wins for Purdy as playoff wins.
Okay.
Because if not, season's over. 6-7. If they go to, they can win out.
Only if he wins, though, right? Because if he loses, then they're out of the playoffs.
Yes.
Right. So right now we've entered Brock Purdy playoff mode, and everybody knows what happens then.
He gets hurt.
No. Why would you say that, jerk? Oh, my gosh. So, divisional round for the Niners, home game. They have to win 4 in a row to get to 10-7. They get 10-7, we'll feel good about that.
Yeah, that's a wild card for sure.
If Greenlaw's coming back, Hufunga's back out there. I mean, the boys are around. We don't have a running back at all. So it really falls on Purdy. I mean, come on now. They got the big win without Trent Williams, without, Brandon Ayuk, without CMC. All the Avengers weren't there. By the way, Kittle's leading the team in receiving. How funny is that your tight end's leading your team in receiving? Come on.
That was the Bills last year.
B. McCormick? No.
Tex. What's yours?
Tex.
If the 49ers lose this game, then they lose the state championship and the state of California.
Ooh.
Is that a bad thing, though?
Losing the state of California, your state championship?
This is the second state championship. The Steelers and the Eagles play a state championship too.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Niners have already lost to the Rams once. So it could be co-champs because the Rams beat the Chargers in preseason. So they could be co-champs if they split the series. But they got to win.
Yeah. Okay. Butch said, "Put my face back on the preview." So we did. So there's Butch.
He wants in.
We didn't. I don't know what else he said after that, but we put him back on there. Dylon said, "Over under on a 3-to-1 ratio. How many penalties get called against the 49ers versus Stafford?" I know he's doing that to piss me off because at some point in this game, if it's close, there will be a flag that is thrown on the 49ers for some sort of pass interference. Go ahead and book it, or illegal contact or something.
Well,
that's what Matt Stafford does.
Happens every game. Bills had a couple questionable ones in there last week.
That's what I'm saying. Like you play Matt Stafford, they're gonna call pass interference. That's what they do.
How about the one play Bills Rams? They called pass interference and defensive pass interference on the same, like offensive and defensive pass interference on the same play. Same guys. Two guys battling for the ball. They threw the flag.
Told you, man.
On both players.
Told you. I think the Niners blow them out. I think they get back to running the football right down their throats.
Who's running it, though?
Well, Patrick Taylor or Ibukonda?
Ronnie Bell?
No. They did re-sign Ronnie Bell to the practice squad. So, I don't know. It's going to be on Purdy. I mean, obviously, they can't stop the rush. They can't stop the pass. What they do well is get after the quarterback. They've got a young, athletic defensive line everybody's obsessed with.
Yeah, they had 0 sacks against the Bills.
McCormick. San Francisco will probably lose the game to penalties anyways. Yeah, probably. I don't know. The strength of the Niners is their young secondary, actually. That's the best part of their defense right now. So,
can they guard Kupp and Nakua, follow the motion?
I mean, they held them pretty far in check. They had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter last time.
And lost.
Well, now Purdy knows he has to win it himself. Can't depend on the defense.
Wow.
Can't. What do you mean, wow?
Throwing shade at the
yes.
defense. Wow.
They've had 10-point leads in the fourth quarter. They gave up a rushing touchdown to Geno Smith from 30 yards out.
Are you going to fire another defensive coordinator?
Yes, fire him.
Third one in 3 years?
Yes. Let Fred Warner call the defense.
Him out there. I mean, high school middle linebacker.
Player coach. Player coach.
Let him do it.
U35 league player coach.
That's what I'm saying, dude. LeBron has nothing on Fred Warner. Get him out of here. Space Jams with a linebacker. That'd be way better. Why don't they make a football Space Jams? Who'd be MJ in the football Space Jams? That's a good question.
Aaron Rodgers.
My God, no. No, that'd be
he'd be Bill Murray.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd be Bill Murray.
Yes, I got to ice my knees. Could be me. Could be me.
Let's go Bulls. That's a good question. Who would be the star in the NFL version of the Space Jams?
Josh Allen.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'd go with Josh Allen too.
Whose talent would they steal? Oh, that's a whole nother
Lamar.
Jamar Chase.
Lamar Chase.
Probably which Saquon.
Yep.
And then on defense, they'd probably steal TJ Watt. He's the best
JJ Watt would make his way into there. He's like Pat McAfee of trying to be included.
You said JJ Watt.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was trying to think of who would be the Muggsy Bogues guy. It was going through my head like who
Devontae Turpin.
Yeah.
They're about the same size.
Yeah, who's short and good? Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. There you go. Tyreek. It's a good one.
He's got allegedly he's
got more kids than touchdowns.
Increased his fatherhood by more times this year than he has touchdowns. Allegedly,
he's got 5 kids this year and 4 touchdowns. Is what somebody put up there. Bryce Young. That could be. That's there you go.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis, yes. This is we got to get this out on the interwebs. Somebody's gonna steal that.
Could you imagine Jameis Winston as a character?
Oh man, the NFL version of Space Jams. Why haven't they done that?
I love it.
All right, I'm gonna get a tweet together
we'd have to change the name though.
We'll come up with that. Not jams.
Hits.
Blitz.
Space hits. Yeah, Blitz. There you go. Like the game, like the video game.
Yeah.
There was an NFL hits and then an NFL Blitz.
Because it was NBA Jams, right? And then NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
So Space Blitz.
Space Blitz. Yeah, I love that.
AI generated? What do you mean about that? What do you mean AI generated? I don't know how to do all that, Blue. I don't know how to do all that. Maybe you can help us.
We're going to get that. I think there's a thing. There's a Bing. Bing has an AI graphic maker. Now it's kind of weird and clunky, but you can do it.
Hey, they're on it. B. McCormick and Blue are on it. We got to get this together. We need to pitch this to somebody. Remember, old Part of My Take had boner dogs or whatever it was. They didn't hold a candle to Space Blitz.
Yes, Space Blitz. Copyright.
Copyright. I'm sure they'll steal it. All right, so 49ers Rams, who wins?
That'll lead us into our bets.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Idiot.
In a game-winning drive by Matt Stafford.
Y'all suck.
Where the team has to carry him down the field.
Like Brian Leftwich.
And then he wins the game and walks off under his own power. No.
Yeah.
Leftwich actually was hurt.
He's in a wheelchair. He's got him in a wheelchair out there.
So he's Paul Pierce.
They've got a hospital bed and a Hoyer lift out there.
Paul Pierce. He goes to the locker room, comes out in the wheelchair and stands up and shoots a game-winning 3-pointer.
Who wins, Jay?
That's one of my bets.
Okay. All right. Anyways, Niners are winning. Niners by 1 billion. No question. All right. What are we doing next? Oh, here's the schedule for week 15. Everybody knows it.
Can you do it? Everybody knows it.
You want me to talk about Commanders Saints? I'm not going to do it. You think I'm going to sit here and tell you about Chiefs and Browns? Absolutely not.
I love that game, Chiefs Browns.
Yes. I think I have it on mine too.
Yeah. I immediately went to that game first because, I'm on a streak right now. But I'm like, I see what they're doing. They're onto it. The odds makers are onto it.
They keep putting them at 4.5. They had them at 7.5. Then it was like 6.5. Now they're at 4.5.
If the Chiefs are well, I can say it now or wait, but the Chiefs are 0-8 this year against the spread.
I almost said the F-bomb there, but
so
credit to me.
There's another stat that goes along with that no team has won the Super Bowl. It was 8 games in a row they haven't covered the spread. And no team has won the Super Bowl winning or losing more than 6 games in a row against the spread.
Yeah.
Stick that in your cap, B. McCormick.
But any other week, they would be a -6.5 at least against the Browns. But odds makers are tired of getting smoked, so they put it at 4.
Dude.
They're still only going to win by a field goal, so still
100%. You think oh my gosh, dude, Jameis
walk off pick 6.
Come on.
When the Browns all have to do is run the ball, Jameis will change it at the line of scrimmage and throw a pick 6.
That's true.
No way.
There was a picture of Myles Garrett in the film room. He was on iMessages.
And
people are saying this is a terrible 1:00 slate. The only game worth anything is Texans Dolphins, and I guess Bengals have something on the line, but
Panthers, Cowboys, both are still in it.
Oh, it's true. Oh yeah, the Panthers haven't been eliminated.
No, neither the Cowboys.
That's playoff game.
Yeah,
playoff. Tex, you're going to a playoff game. Way to go!
Nice.
I am.
Hey, Josh says he's
on the ground.
He's sick of it, dude. That was hilarious, Josh.
Me too, man. Like me too, but I feel like there's still a chance that we could do this. Now, if we lose this game to the Panthers, it's over. If we lose this game to the Panthers, it's over.
So season on the line
over.
game. We've been holding it back.
Backs
season
against
on
the
the
wall.
line game right here.
Wow, backs against the wall, hot corner. But this 1:00 slate stinks. I mean, come on, Ravens, Giants, Jets, Jags.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I just realized every Panthers game that I've been to, the Panthers have won.
Oh, you're a Panthers fan now.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no.
Tex is gonna walk out of there with a Bryce Young jersey.
No, I'm not. I'm probably gonna end up walking out of there as my kids are all gonna be Panthers fans. That's probably gonna end up happening.
Wow.
That's
This
the worst.
is great.
This
Don't
is the
do that.
fandom game.
He said, "Look, they're saying don't anybody take this space blitz idea. Everybody, shut up. We got to get some NFL guys on it. We got some NFL connections. We'll see if they want to be a part of it. We'll work on that. The 4:00 slate, though, boys. I mean, Bills, Lions, Steelers, Eagles, Colts, Broncos actually has some implications. Bucks, Chargers.
Yeah, it was a bunch of good games.
That's the 4:00 slate. That's a multiple TV game type deal. There's 5 games at 4 o'clock slot. Those are some good games. So, and some good primetime games minus Falcons Raiders, but Bears Vikings, Packers Seahawks. Let's go. He said, didn't it seem like this weekend? Yeah, it was mediocre. But we were like, before that even started, we were saying this 1:00 slate, it was bad. And then we get this. I thought it couldn't get worse, and it did get worse. But I'm telling you right now, Josh, this 4:00 slate, dude, this is where it's at. J-Bye, you nervous?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one of my questions, but
let's do it.
Then I started having other questions, so I didn't even put this one on the list. But the first question I even had was, who's this game more important for? And it's definitely the Lions. They still haven't wrapped up their division. They've had more time to prepare. They're at home. So much pressure on the Lions. The Bills are playing free now. Bills can just go out there and be themselves.
Oh, dude.
It's true.
You are rationalizing so hard right now.
It's true. The Bills can go out there and play free.
Angle. You're trying to get yourself an angle right now. You're like the Chiefs trying to get somebody to say something bad about you so you can you're trying to manufacture a chip on your shoulder.
Hey. That's what good leaders do.
No, dude. No. You got to be more organic than that. Now, to your point though, Mrs. CEO of Stats did send me this today. She goes, by the way, after we had gone in on the Bills on the road shambles meter, she said Detroit is like our home field in snow emergencies. So it's not a road game.
It's true.
Technically, it's a home game in case of emergency.
Yeah, it's true.
That was a great point. So, all right. I'm going to kick it off here for the Week 15. Kenny Pickett revenge game or possible tribute video from the Steelers. Is it a home game?
Do you have to play for it to be a revenge game?
Wait, no, it's not in Pittsburgh. Still a revenge game. Nope. Revenge game. You don't have to play. So
you can hand revengeness over to the starter.
Yeah, I think you can do a transverse revenge game.
Interesting.
I just think it's a revenge game. There's nothing more to say. We missed last week's revenge game from somebody. I can't remember who it was, backup quarterback.
You know, it'd be awesome if like games like this, where it's two teams that are established in their cities, have been in NFL a long time, and they played each other. One's on the western part of PA, one's on the eastern part of PA. If they met in the middle in like Happy Valley and played their game, and it's a big, like a Texas,
That'd be awesome.
Like a Texas Oklahoma Red River rivalry where they meet and play
Florida,
somewhere.
Georgia?
Yeah, Florida, Georgia. Yes,
that'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. Half the stadium, black and yellow. The other half is green. Kelly green. Like Army Navy.
Bumblebee jerseys versus Kelly green.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, cheers to you guys, because you guys have been killing it in there. Tex, yours.
Is it the week that the Lord delivers Jameis from pick sixes? I say it is.
I hope
teams
so.
that pray together stay together. Okay,
that's right.
Everybody's praying. The whole team's praying for that. I know Jameis is. I'm praying for it too, because I like this game. I love this game, and I hope
you're going to see it. I think you're going to see it on all of ours.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dylon says, "Why do the Falcons get a primetime Monday Night Football game against the Raiders? The Raiders this late in the season, 30 minutes later than the Vikes and Bears." He is so butthurt about not having a standalone primetime game for the Vikings right now.
Well, they did this too because, when they were talking earlier in the season, when they were getting the schedule, they were like, the Vikings and Bears could be 2-10 at this point, both of them. So they put another game in there to cover it up.
Turns out that game sucks.
Yeah.
Falcons and the Raiders. Kirk Cousins, though, primetime. This could be the nail in the coffin.
When is it Penix's turn?
They're paying him too much money, dude.
I know.
Paying him too much money. But Dylon, of course. Oh, the poor Vikings. We never get a primetime. Well, when you stink for like 15 years, sorry they don't trust you to play on primetime games.
Yeah.
That's reserved for the perennial superpowers, Dylon. Every year, okay? All right, what was yours?
So I'll read my second one since we're doing an NFL thing right now. And my question, and it kind of relates back to, the Bills' blunder at the end of the game against the Lions.
Oh, yeah, with the tush push,
yes.
The bulldozer, the snowplow.
Should teams hire a full-time Madden player for input on weird game situations and what to do? Because, in Madden, you can play enough games that you've probably kind of seen every situation and you know what to do in that game situation and what your team is capable of. Should coaches hire a person for input on that? Or should they be required to pass a Madden weird game situation test before they get hired?
Were you mad at McDermott?
Or
was it Brady?
It's Brady that's making the call. I don't think McDermott really has any say in the play calling on offense. I think he kind of lets Brady do what he does. My only normally I would have said, yes, that play works all the time. Let's do it. But I haven't even heard anybody talk about this. They tried for that on third down earlier in the game, and the Rams stopped it. So that was the second time this game that the Rams stopped that play. That's why I wouldn't have ran that play in that situation.
Ooh.
Not even getting into the whole, if you use a timeout, the game's over because you can't get an onside kick. But no, I wouldn't have ran that play because it already had been stopped earlier in the game.
Wow. So they tried to play bully ball against him.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to be like, they get in the huddle. There's no way they're going to stop this twice in a row. It's just 1 yard.
And you can look, I didn't really I hadn't really looked into it too deep, but the play-by-play guy, Chris Brown, he brought up a point of from where he was, he thought Josh on the second effort got in on that play, but the play was called dead. So, you can't argue that because that's a ref's opinion. You could argue as a Niners fan that the play should have been called dead when Mari Cooper lateraled it to Josh and he scored a touchdown, which I would have no problem with that play being called dead because his forward progress was stopped. But it was called dead this time, and it went against the Bills.
It's a real shame. I hate that for you.
Yeah.
Hate that for you. That's a good point, though. Have him on the sideline, radio on the headset, Madden player.
Yeah. They bring in rules official guys.
Yeah. My second one is the Shanahan Bowl in Houston. Mike McDaniel, D'Amico Ryans, Shanahan Bowl. For the two disciples, Miami Dolphins season on the line. Texans struggling recently. So, should be a fun game. Game to watch at 1 o'clock. What was your other one?
My other one is, does the SEC push for the college football playoff to go back to BCS standings so they can get more teams in?
Don't get me started on that.
If you went by the BCS standings,
Alabama would have been at 12.
Alabama would have been in.
I know.
I bet they push it to get the opinion.
If I have to hear another strength of schedule argument and all that stupid nonsense, I'm going to lose it, dude. The BCS.
I'm honestly shocked they didn't keep that criteria. I'm surprised they didn't keep the BCS standings as how you got into the playoffs.
But you can't because it suppresses the other schools. Like everybody wants to be like, oh, that's the way it should have been, and it's like,
was your state still in?
One of them.
One of them's only in anyway.
What do you mean? You got Arizona State, you got SMU.
They're in Power 4 conferences.
But Clemson wasn't even in it.
Clemson has 3 losses.
Alabama has 3 losses. One of them has a conference championship. The other does not.
I'm not saying I agree either way. I'm just saying, do you think they push for it? It's a question, dude.
Of course, they've been lobbying already. We're not going to play anybody. We do this for the fans. You don't do diddly poo for the fans. If you want to do stuff for the fans, move the national title game away from a Monday night. If you want to do stuff for the fans, stop selling beers for $23 a pop. If you want to care about the fans,
they have to play on Monday because they can't compete against the NFL.
Well, then do something else. Figure it out. We'll play on Monday night. Sick of this. We do it for the fans. Strength of schedule. That's the only metric that matters. Shut up. Don't lose 3 games. How about that?
I think you should have had 4 more teams and let every single conference champion Power 4 group of 5 in, and then you have 4 at-large bids.
I just want conference championships have to mean something because it's the only way that you can look at somebody's schedule and said they won their conference. You can't deny it. Instead of being like, well, this ranking says that this guy had a harder strength of schedule and this team had a better quality of win. And these are all just made up rankings from some stupid system. You know what you can't define or defend or dispute is you played your conference games and you won your conference games and you won your championship. You cannot dispute that. That is a fact, undeniable. All this other stuff is made up rankings with stupid, subjective, qualitative data.
I'm with you. I think Clemson's the least deserving team to be in with their 3 losses, but they won their conference championship, so they should be in.
There you go.
They won the game that was in front of them.
Alabama doesn't lose to whoever, they might be in the championship
and right now, my all-time favorite clip from this show in the 2 years that we've been doing it is Edge standing up, yelling at his screen last week. My favorite clip of all time. I've probably watched it 50 times.
Yes, that was hilarious. Oh, the what if standings. I forgot to put that in there. Look at that. Denver would be number 1 in the AFC. Bills still be number 3. Cincinnati would be 2. Jacksonville would be 4. Carolina would have the exact same record. Cowboys would be down there too. Look at the Vikings. Vikings would be down there 3rd to last.
Wow.
No wonder they don't put them in prime time, huh?
That was the same. That was the case. What was it? 2 years ago, they were on the wrong side of the what if games.
Yep. Look at the Chiefs. Last.
I love the teams that are like the exact same.
Yes, the Panthers.
The Vegas.
Yeah, yes. Cleveland only has one, and so does Tennessee. That's funny. So, anyways, I just thought that was funny. Oh, look at this. Largest yard differential. That's crazy. Niners are second, plus 1,000. That means they've outgained their opponents by 1,000 more yards, second most in the NFL. Crazy.
Y'all kick a lot of field goals.
Yep.
Now, this is AK's.
Whoa.
That's AK's BCS standard.
Look at this. NFL rest days differential, 2019 to 2024. Look at the 49ers. A negative 29 rest day differential. That's crazy.
AK is going hard on some.
Look
on
at
some
this. The least amount of rest.
This is AK's strength of schedule argument for the 49ers right here. That's what's going on right here. He's look at the strength of schedule. Look at our strength of schedule.
He's
had the most rest.
We should be Lions. He's trying to catch the cliff.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna say to you what you just said to everybody. Win the games.
Yep.
The Bills.
Win the games. Win the games.
Oh, adjusted EPA leaderboard through week 14?
Gosh.
Wow.
You just went on this whole long thing about win the games. Win the games.
Wow. Look at this.
AK. Win the games.
Crazy. Purdy's ahead of Stafford. Who would have thought?
About to find out.
Guys. Wow. Look at Jared Goff way down there at 14, Mr. MVP. Huh? Caleb Williams and Anthony Richardson down there right by each other. Crazy how good they are, right? Right below Gardner Minshew and Will Levis.
Who's number 3?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameis Winston's right there at number 4.
I love that. He should be.
That's right.
See, does he get comeback player of the year?
I don't, dude. He should. No, who's Joe Burrow, right? Joe Burrow. Anyway,
who should we get BMO to put money?
I think before he went out with another injury, it was overshown.
They should have given it to Purdy last year because he got hurt in the playoffs.
There's one person that should have won it last year. The guy that died.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay.
You think that the fake punt call cost him the MVP, the comeback player of the year vote?
I don't want to speculate on that. I'm not going to say anything negative about him.
That's not negative. It wasn't his call.
When we saw them after when we went up there at Buffalo and I saw him, I kept staring at him and I'm like, I just want to be like, dude, you're not even supposed to be here right now, man. Yeah. Crazy. He's bigger than I thought he was too. He looks smaller out there.
All are.
So, all right. Hit the electric one. Okay, DFS picks. Let's get right into it. The Goat Rack Bargain NFL College Football DFS and Bets segment where we not advice. We just throw out bets that we're putting in this weekend. Week 15, week 16. Here we go. First one up, J-Vi. Your card. Hey,
so
B. McCormick.
I would not say my pick earlier because it was on my
disgusting
bargains bins. But let me tell you what I'm doing here. Because I gave you your pep talk speech about how the last year the Bills were 6-6, and this is when they got hot, won the division, got second, got the 2 seed. I know my record. I know I've been in a little bit of a slump, but I'm doing this for the team.
Bad last week.
I'm doing this for the team.
Terrible.
I'm picking the Rams +3 so the Niners have a shot. That's solely for the team. This is what leaders do. They lead by example.
Yes.
I'm doing this one for the team. I'm going Rams +3 to give the Niners hope.
Classic. If you're right, you're going to say we told us so, and if you're wrong, you'll say I saved the season. I know this move. Next try.
I'm a leader. That's what leaders do. Looking at the college football slate for Saturday, I would have done exactly what AK is doing on his, but I'm not going to spoil his. So I diverted a little bit. I think 7 points regardless of how much better Army might be than Navy, I think 7 points is too many for this game.
Maybe they've only lost, what, 2 or 3 games?
They've lost 3, but I thought both of them got absolutely waxed by Notre Dame. I thought that Army recovered better after that game than Navy has. Now, I don't know about injuries or anything, but as big of a rivalry as this, 7 points is too many points. I'm taking Navy plus 7. I'm also, this has killed me all year. I'm riding with our boy, our old coach, Lance. Who's the head coach at Western Michigan. 7.5 with time to prepare against South Alabama, who has been up and down this season. I'm going Western Michigan 7.5.
Broncos.
Moving to the NFL. I didn't pick the Chiefs plus 4.5 because I knew it was a gotcha. I knew it was a got you odds. If it was 6.5 like it was supposed to be, and it should be, I would have hammered the Browns plus 6.5. But I'm not getting into that. I think the Bucs and Chargers go over 44.5. Both those teams can score.
I like that.
I'm going Cincy minus 5 against the Titans because Cincy puts up points. The Titans won't be able to catch up. Not with Will Levis. I think 7.5 is. Notre Dame's been a wagon, boy. Or not Notre Dame. New Orleans has been a wagon. New Orleans has been a wagon since they fired their coach. Washington, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're at. 7.5.
They don't know who they are right now.
Yeah, 7.5 is a lot of points in the NFL. I'm going New Orleans 7.5.
Washington's in Zoolander phase.
Yep.
Or no, Tropic Thunder, Ben Stiller. Who am I?
Now I say that, but I'm pretty sure I took him.
I keep wanting to not believe in the Steelers, but they keep proving me wrong. So this is the week that I hop on their wagon. We'll see if Philly's for real. Steelers plus 5.5,
especially with all the drama, drama. And Tomlin's got apparently a really good record as an underdog.
Hey, he's never had a losing season.
He never had a losing season. Damn it, I almost forgot that. Good call.
Got my future.
That's right. Tex. Wow, stop betting on so much NFL.
Can't help himself. That's what leaders do. They lead from the front.
That's right.
I just went through this with J-Vod.
You can't keep up with this then.
You can't go out there and sit there and be like, well, I'm having a tough week, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to sit this one out. Is that what leaders do? That they sit there, everybody else charged from the trenches. I'm going to stay back here and just wait and see what happens in World War I as they get mowed down. No, they go out there with the men from the front, carrying the flag with the sword, and just start hacking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm taking Army money line over
Love
39. This game's going over. I know that normally the service academies, I almost always take them for the under, but this game, this is just going to be a crazy game with a lot of points.
I love it.
Armed Forces Bowl, which is, by the way, is being played in Alabama.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Mobile?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a home game.
This is going to be
Armed Forces.
Yeah. Home game for USA. It's USA in the Armed Forces Bowl. And I'm going under. I just don't think that every time I've tried to bet on Western Michigan, they've always let me down with points, so I'm going under. Then for the NFL, 49ers -3 and the over, 49.5. Washington, money line, under 43.5 in that game. Cincinnati -5, over 46.5. Jets -3, and the over 40.5. Dallas to cover.
Oh, he can't help himself.
I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
I bet on your own team, dude.
I believe.
He's not saying they're winning.
I'm just saying they're going to cover.
You're my nephew and your son are going, whenever the Dallas loses only by what, 2, you're going to be like, yes.
exactly. They're gonna be like, "Why are you so
What do
happy?"
you mean
about
they
that?"
lost?
Because they covered, guys. They covered. Miami also to cover at +3, and the over in that game 47. Lots of overs there. Lots of overs.
Mm-hmm.
And then DFS, Knicks, Bo Nix, and Sutton Stack.
Ooh, they play the Colts. Yeah,
Yes.
big time game. Colts. Big time game.
Mm.
Oh, they got it. They're percolating over there.
It's gonna be
Blue
really
McCormick
good
and
weather
Blue.
in Denver. It's gonna be good weather in Denver.
Like football weather, or like actually good weather.
It'll be in the 50s.
Mm.
I mean the 50s.
Okay.
Decent. Oh, the Cleveland game is gonna be rainy.
No, I think it's only supposed to rain in the morning. Unless it changed.
Oh no, Steve McCormick lost his college basketball bet. Butch Peeves submitted some. He said future division winners: Steelers, Vikings, Seahawks, Atlanta, +48-16. And he says the Niners -3, Bills home away from home +2.5. So he was on it too. There you go.
Oh, and I got a 7-leg parlay in this NBA game going on right now. The Rockets and the Golden State Warriors.
The in-season tournament, the NBA Cup, or whatever it is.
I'm sitting there watching it go on. I'm gonna put a parlay on points. Everybody's probably did a 7-leg parlay on points for a bunch of different players.
DFS, you're going to want to play McMillan from the Buccaneers, 3,700. He's a wide receiver 2 in Tampa. Get ready because they're going to be yucking the ball all over the field. And then you're going to want to play Rico Dowdle against the Panthers. He looked good. I'm on it. Secondly, Western Michigan money line versus USA. I feel really dumb doing this in the Armed Forces Bowl in Alabama against USA, which means exactly why you should bet it, because everything in your soul is telling you to play USA.
Hey, we believe in our guy.
Hey,
so you guys are both on Western Michigan.
Yep, that was our coach.
Well, no, J-Vaz is on the cover.
Yeah,
I'm saying they're going to win. They're going to win
Hey.
outright.
Bad teams lose, great teams cover.
Army Navy obviously has gone up because it was 38.5. Now it's up to 39 according to Tex. So people are on the same way. Ooh, Blue's out of here. See you later, Blue. Thanks for the
Nothing
comments.
like an 11 o'clock meal.
Let's go. Yeah. Miami and Houston over. I love betting Miami overs. Those have hit like 3 out of 4 times. And then Cleveland, I'm doing it. Cleveland +4 versus Chiefs. Done. Put it on there. Dylon says Bryce Young over 13.5 rushing yards. Give me that! !
Give it.
Aaron Rodgers over 234.5 passing yards. That's bold. He says Chuba 6,500 against Dow, so he's going opposite of me. And then he said Rico. So yes, we are on the same page. Dylon and I on the same page. Love it. Herbert 5,900 versus the Tampa Bay stack with Ladd if he plays. Quentin Johnson if Ladd is out. There you go. All right, boys. So those are the cards. Screenshot them. Save them for later. Let's hang some banners.
You did it! Congratulations!
Chapel Bill. There you go. Billy Madison. There you go. There's BMO. Got his guy.
Yeah.
Got his guy. Hang the banners. I'm going to go first. Here we go, boys. Let me hang the banner for Cam Rising, who just got granted his 8th year of eligibility.
Holy cow.
For the Utah Utes. So this is a timeline for Cam Rising.
Whoa, what?
8th year for Utah.
7th year for Utah. 8th year since Texas. So he started high school the same time Trevor Lawrence did. Trevor Lawrence has played 4 years in the pros. So hang the banner for Cam Rising for beating the odds and getting another 8th year of college football. Good for him.
Hang it up, dude.
Hang the banner, not hang it up.
I hope he's not taking somebody's scholarship.
That is something, dude. Is he even going to be able to play in the NFL?
No.
Hang the banner.
Dude, he's like a bionic man already. Dude wears like 3 knee braces. Something's wrong with his wrist, his shoulder. He wears like one of those, black shoulder things that connects his arm to his shoulder pad because he can't move it. It's like, dude.
He's gonna have a copper fit. That's what he needs. NIL deal, copper fit.
Yes.
For McCormick or whatever for Rising. Okay, who's next?
I can go. I don't do this a lot. And my method of trying to be sarcastic and snarky towards the Vikings because the Bills have their second round draft pick and I need them to lose hasn't been working. So I'm going to change it up and I'm going to be nice and I'm going to hang the banner for the Minnesota Vikings. And I'll hang the banner for the Minnesota Vikings because they have week in and week out had the best celebrations. They do choreographed celebrations. Last week they did the dance from the White Chicks when they flip each other and do that little leg thing. And they have been killing it all year on their celebrations after they get a turnover. So shout out to the Vikings. Hang the banner for the Vikings. They have done that the best. Might be the only thing I've done the best, but they've done that the best all year long.
Okay. So you're trying to reverse psychology there.
Yes.
Okay. Still not. I'm gonna hang a banner behind that banner, and the Vikings stink. They stink, and hang the banner for Brock Purdy for teaching Sam Darnold how to play quarterback.
So shadow banner.
Tex, you. That was nice. Tex, you have one?
I'm going to hang the banner for this guy who won the Scrabble championship for Spanish. He does not speak Spanish, but he won it.
Ja.
Wait, do you have to spell in Spanish?
He doesn't speak it, but he can spell in Spanish.
Love it.
And he's from New Zealand.
B. McCormick. Big problems we can pass around.
But he's a 5-time champion English. World champ.
Good for him. Also, honorable.
Hang the banner for that guy.
Hang the banner for the Creed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer mashup.
That song slaps.
Hang the banner for Creed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer mashup.
Is there any way to go out on that song?
No.
Wait, we can't? Can we?
I don't think so.
What do you mean? Oh, yes, we can. Hang on. Hold on. Are we going to get in trouble if we do it? Probably, but who cares? They'll just flag us, right?
I don't know.
Let's do it. Who cares? I'll find it. I got it right. Actually, I bookmarked it, so I have it right here.
All right.
Hold on. Tex, hold on.
Are we? Do
you hear that?
Show? No.
Could you hear that?
No.
Oh, dang it. I don't really know how to do that then. What, do I have to share the screen?
Probably.
Maybe. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I think if I have to share the screen, maybe we can do it that way. Hold on. Here we go. Share. Here we go. Okay. Ready?
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
Song is awesome.
All right. There you go. How about that, Tex?
I like that. Scott Stapp, thanks for stepping by.
Thanks for stepping by. Oh, man. Okay. All right. What are we going to do next? That was all the hang the banners. Never got what's your opinion on the bracket, J-Vi?
I think the only thing that I would add to Edge's rant that he failed to mention, because people have short-term memories, if you remember year one of the college football playoff, and everybody was like, this is why we needed a playoff. This is what the playoff is supposed to do. The team that won the very first playoff when they moved it to 4 teams was the Ohio State Buccaneers as the 4 seed.
Buccaneers.
The
Buckeyes
Buccaneers.
Man, it's got
as the
ETSU on it,
as the
right?
4 seed.
Yeah.
So I say Edge left that out because who's the 12 seed? Clemson Tigers. People like you need the Clemson Tigers and should want the Clemson Tigers to win for your argument of this is why we need more teams in the playoffs. So the team that snuck in wins it all.
I agree. I would love to see Arizona State, Clemson win it. I'd love for all the SEC teams to lose and not even make the Final Four. That would that's the dream scenario for me.
I also think that if you just want to play conspiracy theory, they left out Alabama, but they gave Georgia the easiest path. I think Georgia beats I think Notre Dame's going to kill Indiana. I don't think
so either.
Georgia and Notre Dame have similar teams. They're both physical. Their offenses stink. So I think Georgia wins that one. I think it'll be Georgia, Boise State, or Georgia, SMU. I think Georgia sneaks by on that one. And then I don't know who they're going to play in the national championship. But
their quarterback's out, by the way. He's got a UCL injury.
Yeah, but their backup is, he's not any worse.
Their backup should have thrown a pick 6 to lose that game.
Yes. But he didn't.
Because the guy wasn't running, and the other dude didn't block anybody.
But they didn't. He also laid it on the line and got absolutely trucked. Trying to score in overtime.
You could see his face.
I'm pretty sure his eyes are going different directions. He was like, "Ugh."
He turned into Steve Buscemi in
Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy.
Exactly.
He looked like Corey Smith when he took his glasses off.
He was absolutely lit up on that play.
Hey, every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. Shout out Corey Smith.
Shout out. Oh man. Okay. That was
No, I think it's gonna be great games. I think Clemson, Georgia, Texas is gonna be a good game. I think Tennessee, Ohio State's gonna be a good game.
Oregon got screwed though.
Yeah, Oregon has a tougher schedule.
But they don't care. I love what they said. He said after the bracket came out, his players came into his office and said, "Put the ball in the parking lot, anytime, any place. We don't care.
Hey, plant the flag."
I love that.
Just not in Ohio State's field.
Yeah, get a beanbag.
I wish I could watch the Texas game with Edgman. I wish I could watch it.
You should come up here. We're gonna be at a parade. Is that the noon game? Noon game on Saturday?
Is it? Hold on, whoa! What weekend?
Next weekend.
20th.
We can
the 21st.
We could all get together and watch that game.
We're going to a parade that day.
We're going to be in the parade. Edge said he was going to get us in the parade. Millie goes
it's like
parade.
old tractors. You can't ride any trucks or anything. It's old tractors. We go to parade. You tailgate for it.
Pool?
I've got a tractor.
You tailgate for it. It's awesome. It's actually a lot of fun.
I've got a tractor.
I'm taking off to go to the parade.
Okay.
It's like our family tradition now.
It's the 4 p.m. game.
Hey, boys.
My tractor's not old, but
hey,
yeah.
Look at these unis.
Tractor.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
I think Army wins the uniform battle this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see him on the field though. I'm not a big all whites guy. I'm surprised you said that. You like all whites.
I do, but I like all blacks better.
It was at the beginning, Emo. We did it at the beginning. We had a whole meme. We had a whole segment for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked about how UNC is a place where guys go to retire. 4 coaches. We got 4 coaches go to retire at UNC.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So Army Navy, greatest game, awesome spectacle. Used to be the only game on Saturdays. Now there's 2 bowl games. So I love this game. I love this game. I love it whenever it's cold and snowy, and it's just phenomenal.
You know, I typically you watch the Army Navy game, your whole day revolves around it.
Yes.
But I didn't know that I would feel this way until it's happening this year. I'm actually kind of excited, whether it's a good game or not, that there's another football game that you can put on, even just background. Because typically it's Army-Navy. It's like, what do you do Saturday night? Because typically you have a bunch of games on. So now there's something that you can at least put on. You feel comfortable with.
Yeah. 9 o'clock. It's the what bowl game is it?
SMU. Or not SMU. USA and Western.
And don't forget, boys, the Elite Eight FCS playoffs.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
my incarnate word
Mm-hmm.
team's
Hey,
playing
my
the buzzsaw though.
Mercer,
Alabama?
I'm a Mercer guy.
Yes, we agree. We agree, B. McCormick. Wish we could have football all the time. I agree. Don't forget about these FCS games. Mercer, see there, Mercer. Alabama's still getting strength of schedule wins here.
My wife got her master's from Mercer.
There you go. Lamborghini Mercer. Shout out, who was that guy? That's 2 Chainz?
Mm-hmm.
So I was at an event last night in Vegas, and the quarterback for South Dakota State was up for an award. He was not at the event, rightfully so, preparing for the game. A Montana State defensive end was up for an award, and he was at the event, not preparing for the game.
Wow. What is he, Micah Parsons?
Does
Does he have a podcast?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was wearing a cowboy hat at a black tie event.
Oh, but that's Montana State guy.
Yeah.
He probably actually wrestles actual bison.
He went to Yellowstone.
You've also got the semis on for Division 2 and Division 3.
Ooh. Oh, forgot to put that graphic in there. Dang it.
Way to go, dude. Slacking.
Yeah, Valdosta State versus Minnesota State, Ferris State versus
Of course, Ferris State.
Minnesota State. Shout out Thielen.
Yeah.
and then Mount Union versus Salisbury. Susquehanna plays. Johns Hopkins plays Marist. No, Mary Hardin Baylor. And then North Central plays. I don't know who that is.
Didn't they win it last year?
Cortland State won it last year.
Oh, that's right. Cortland SUNY.
Shout out.
Yeah. But
Western
they
New York.
lost. They lost
Yep.
this week.
Shout out this bowl sheet because it's the
Can't
best.
even read that.
I know, but it's all the helmets, and it's the best way to pick bowls.
Man, I wish App's helmet was on there.
It's not because they stink, and I'm glad they're not on there. So, yes, you've got the Celebration Bowl, Jackson State, South Carolina State. That gets you at noon. That'll be right on ABC. That leads you right into the Army-Navy game. Then you got, 4 hours of Army-Navy, and then at 9 o'clock, you got yourself another bowl game. And I'm sure that there's going to be FCS playoffs in there sprinkled. So, and Division 2 and 3. So, plenty of football. Don't act like there's nothing on. You're better than that, everybody. So, there you go.
All right.
Okay. That's it. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, everybody, do you want to play the Creed song as we go?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you. What is today? Wednesday?
Yep.
I'll probably see you tomorrow for the recap, everybody. I'm going to do, if they lose, either way, I'll do it. Doesn't matter. I usually do a Thursday night recap. So, all right. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They
Go Bills.